Peter's bought a team in the 10th league. He's basically putting it on a Bitcoin standard. He's going to raise a bunch of money. He's going to buy Bitcoin, put it on the balance sheet. He's going to improve the team. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the team continues to move up, get the promotions. And then eventually, by the time that you get towards the top leagues, you've got a war chest, which helps you get better managers, better facilities, better players, etc. And it's all because of the Bitcoin standard. When we think about these English football teams, how big can this be if he's able to capture a global audience versus like one of the smaller teams that just has more of a local audience?
Well, if you can turn into a Premier League club, you make a lot of money relative to the 10th league for sure. But it's obviously hard to do. Otherwise, everyone would do it. I think working your way up is obviously one sustainable model. But these teams like Peter, I'm assuming there's not much of a global audience now, right? It's super centralized to Bedford. So if you have the ability to go out and reach all the Bitcoiners around the world, that creates a lot of opportunities for you guys, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, in the first week or 2 weeks of doing this, we already got like 10,000 followers on Twitter, which is already more than the local rivals. I've had 50 people register to run international supporters clubs. I've got people from Ghana, Australia, all over the US, Turkey, New Zealand, people who are saying, we want to get behind this team. Let me register a supporters club, stream the games for us. We'll get people together to do this. So the thing is about this is the thing about it is like we're in this unique position, Pomp, in that we have this crazy army of Bitcoiners who get behind anything that's Bitcoin. So the examples, I'll give you two examples. Prior to Michael Saylor, doing this Bitcoin thing, no one really knew who MicroStrategy was. No one really knew who Michael Saylor was. Now every CEO in America knows who Michael Saylor is. Everyone knows their strategy. El Salvador, before Bukele did what he did, nobody would be able to name the president of El Salvador and probably couldn't even point you on a map. Now everyone knows who he is. This is exactly the same. We are the MicroStrategy. We are the El Salvador of sports.
And my other question would be like, I know these clubs are, they're entrenched within the communities, right? Like people care about it a lot. See, people are sensitive to it. What's the reaction been from people? Are they like super happy that this is happening? Are they upset? Did they think you're messing around? Like what have people said to you?
Everyone involved with the club that I'm buying loves it and gets behind it. They think it's great. Every one of our neighbors, well, not everyone, but our neighbors, Bedford Town, they're not happy. A lot of people in football hate it because I'm trying to do things a little bit different, right? I'm naming them Real Bedford, like Real Madrid, just because I think it's funny. And I've made the logo a skull just because I've got a skull on my hat. I think skulls are cool. Like there's an American tinge to the brand because I'm aware of where the audience is. There is a local audience, but there is an international audience. I've been saying to these people, look, just think about this for a second. This is a club that ran on £15,000. I've already closed £500,000 of sponsorship. I'm probably going to do 1.5 million in revenue. I can't spend that on the team, but what I can do, because there's nowhere spending all that money. The most I'll spend is maybe 100 grand. So what can I do? I can start a women's team. I can start a reserves team. I can start youth teams. And I can build up grassroots football in Bedford. I can create economic opportunity and support grassroots football in Bedford. Like, why would you hate this? What, because you don't like our badge? Or because you think we've got an American audience? It's just bullshit. Shouldn't swear, but this is an opportunity, to support my town and to create opportunity for the people who live here. So, I really don't care if people get upset by it.
John, what questions you got?
Peter, so I was just curious about, like, when you came in and you're like, oh, cool, we're going on Bitcoin standard, I'm the new owner. What was one, people's responses, and two, if someone didn't want to do that, are you still giving them the option for the pound or to get paid in whatever currency, or is it like, hey, you have to get paid in Bitcoin? You can convert it if you want, but you are getting paid in Bitcoin.
No, so that's a really good question. Like, I am not forcing the Bitcoin thing down to people's throat. And one of the interesting things that's come out of this is it's made me again aware of how big the jump is from hearing about Bitcoin to understanding it. Because there's a lot of people who've basically lumped us in with the DAO people, the crypto bros, the NFT people. We're not that. The Bitcoin standard is how I choose, it's the financial model I choose to run the club on. But nobody is forced to be paid in Bitcoin. Nobody is forced to accept Bitcoin. You don't have to pay in Bitcoin when you're in our club. That's all optional. We are a club that allows you to, be paid or get paid in the pound or Bitcoin. We're not forcing it down anyone's throat. The Bitcoin standard for us is how we manage our treasury and how we manage our finances. And that's us.